We have finally received more news regarding what we can expect in one of my most anticipated upcoming video games, The Expanse Osiris Reborn. In a recent interview with Polygon, some of the developers from Owlcat Games shed some more light on this upcoming title. In this video, we are going to go over this article and what it revealed when it comes to this brand new sci-fi RPG that is looking to be great, especially for all of those hardcore Mass Effect fans out there like me. But before we begin, if you're looking forward to The Expanse Osiris Reborn and want more coverage of it just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for all things Osiris Reborn and all things sci-fi gaming. Now, let's get right into it. Ever since Osiris Reborn was revealed earlier this summer, the immediate connections to Mass Effect have been made. And the Mass Effect trilogy and the design of those games has clearly been an inspiration for The Expanse Osiris Reborn from the start. And in this Polygon article that was revealed during the time of this video, those connections and inspirations for Mass Effect were confirmed. When asked about inspiration and connections to the Mass Effect games for Osiris Reborn, the creative director of the game, Alexander Michelin, had the following to say. First of all, we feel humbled by the comparisons. Mass Effect is a great inspiration for us because it's an iconic game for the Xbox 360 generation, and a lot of Owlcat's team members played it in their youth. We're inspired by it. Some people get into the industry of making games because they saw Mass Effect, and were inspired and decided for themselves they want to do something similar, or just make games as a living. So it would be impossible to deny that Mass Effect has had a lot of impact on us as game developers. So for those of you out there like myself that are suffering through this wait until the next Mass Effect game, there is a big chance that this Expanse game could scratch that Mass Effect itch that we've all been dying for years. But don't worry, that Owlcat flavor for all of you Owlcat fans out there is still going to be present in this game as well. Owlcat is a very successful studio with a lot of great games, and it wouldn't be an Owlcat game if a lot of that same flavor was in this as well. Michelin goes on to say, on the other hand, it's an Owlcat Games game, and it's different from Mass Effect in many ways. First of all, we make our story a little bit differently. We're making more choices and consequences, and we want to make sure that this game still has a lot of them provided with a lot of agency, which is absolutely crazy to hear. If your key difference between your sci-fi RPG and Mass Effect is that there's going to be more choice and consequence, that seems like a pretty incredible green flag to me. Love hearing stuff like that. Michelin also indicated that players won't simply be stuck with binary choices that force them to play either a goody two-shoes or a total sociopath. This is probably alluding to BioWare's Renegade Paragon system for Mass Effect or Light Side Dark Side system from Knights of the Old Republic. Nuance is important to the Owlcat team, and the choices players make in Osiris Reborn will have varying effects, especially with regard to companion characters. For instance, the background players choose for their character, being Belter, Earther, or Martian, just like in The Expanse, obviously, will affect the way they're treated by both companion characters and other NPCs in the game world, which sounds absolutely awesome. So not only are we getting a little bit of the entire Mass Effect design within this game as well, but a little bit of that Dragon Age Origins background effect, where based off of your background, you're potentially going to have a completely different experience. To elaborate on this point even further, Michelin goes on to say, if you happen to be playing a character of Mars origin or Earth origin, and you will be able to select your origin from the start, you will not be very welcomed on Ceres because of those events. But if you're playing a character of Belter origin, you will be much more welcomed, and you will have more opportunities, more places to visit, probably some new side quests and everything. But on the other hand, if you are of another origin, there will be other opportunities and other places for you to explore. This sounds absolutely incredible, although the background options are limited to just 3 compared to a lot of other options in a game like Dragon Age Origins. I love how different each experience is seemingly going to be with your background character. Now, one thing I would really like to know is if we're going to have a voiced protagonist, and if the protagonist is voiced, will I get a Belter accent if I choose to be a Belter? I don't know, we'll have to see, but backgrounds seem like they're going to be extremely important to the game experience and narratively in this game, which sounds awesome. Another really cool feature that we got more information about was the character we're playing as and their sibling. The Expanse Osiris Reborn will allow players to create their own character who will serve as their ship's captain. The player character's twin sibling will also be on board, and they may or may not agree with the choices made by the player, which sounds really cool. Potentially the opposite gender that we will choose for our main player character will become our twin in the game, and potentially a companion as well. And clearly there are some Mass Effect Andromeda and Dragon Age 2 connections here, but unlike Mass Effect Andromeda where the twin sibling had a minor role, the twin sibling in this game seems like it is going to have a much bigger impact. Like I said, potentially a companion, but this twin sibling is already confirmed to be on board the ship, so clearly a much bigger role here. And the article goes on to confirm, in case you were worried, yes, there are multiple romanceable companion characters among the ship's crew, which is awesome and obviously has Mass Effect screamed all over it. I cannot wait to see these romance options. Staying on that final topic of Mass Effect, the game director once again says that Mass Effect is a game that was released quite a long time ago, and the games industry now is a little bit different. Other systems were introduced. Players are now accustomed to a lot more convenient user interfaces, convenient approaches to the gameplay, and we are doing that, and not like modernizing Mass Effect, but just making a game in the same genre with all the modern trappings. So at its core, you definitely might feel the same vibe with this game that you will get from Mass Effect, but obviously with that Owlcat twist on top of it and doing what they want to do in their own innovative universe and an awesome IP like The Expanse. Personally, I can't wait to see more of this and get more information. This article was really reassuring and there were a lot of green flags that came out of it. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think of The Expanse Osiris Reborn? What do you think of today's news? And will you be picking this one up? Let me know down below and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. And of course, subscribe for all things The Expanse Osiris Reborn and all things sci-fi gaming. Thank you guys.